providing more customer service offices than any other Louisiana utility company, staffed with customer representatives who work and live in Louisiana, and offering 24/7 emergency response. That's what keeps CLECO energized.
Hey, good morning. My goodness, I'm all over the place. Let me go ahead and restart the show. Y'all are quiet this morning. That's throwing me off. Let's get some good mornings in there. Hey, let's take a look at Natchitoches together. 76 degrees. There's a look at Sibley Lake. Lots of cloud cover out there. Yeah, rainy and mild is great. I did note that in the little description for this show. Last year we were in the hundreds. We obviously had our big streak of 100-degree days, and I don't know exactly how to find this record. I'm going to actually inquire with the National Weather Service, I think, but we are now 5 days deep into a run of days below 90 degrees in July. That's pretty incredible, and we actually had a high of 78 a couple of days ago. So what a difference a year makes. I think it's the theme of what I say every day. But yeah, it looks like we could string that out to about 7 days in a row below 90 in July, which is totally acceptable and pretty stunning stuff. But 76 degrees out there right now in Natchitoches. Let's check the Toledo Bend camera. We have 77 there. Had some jet skiers out there, wave runners out there having some fun earlier, and looks like the lake is ready for you to come out and do a little fishing. Now, there is rain in the forecast. You can see here, again, not a lot of lightning, hardly any at all, but rain showers and thunderstorms coming up from the southwest, and these are going to impact the area, kind of like they did over the last couple of days. I think some spots are going to see the heavier rain. Some spots are going to just see that drizzle like I've kind of been seeing at my house. Really only a couple of tenths of an inch in the last day here, but yesterday we had flood warnings up in Sabine and Natchitoches Parish, and you can see that over the last 5 days we have seen around 5 inches of rain here in Alexandria, and then some areas up above 10 inches on those radar estimates in toward Natchitoches and Sabine Parish. So big time rain totals, kind of tilted toward the northwest on the heavier stuff, and it looks like we are about to get a break, a welcome break from the rain. Again, what a difference a year makes. Temperatures for today going to come up into the 80s. We're not going to get into the 90s, so with the clouds out there, I think we stay safely below 90 once again for today. That's going to streak us to 6 days below 90 degrees, and your day planner is going to show that as well. Now, rain chances increase throughout the day. If we actually saw some sun and got temperatures into the upper 80s or near 90, we'd actually see some worse thunderstorms in the area. But all these clouds that we have because of this crazy deep moisture that goes all the way throughout the atmosphere, that's why we're keeping the instability low and we're keeping the thunder at bay, and certainly the severe weather as well. So here's what we have going on the HRRR, the high-res model for the next couple of days. We have scattered storms today. I think it's going to be a little more widespread out to the west. And then we just kind of do that again for tomorrow. It looks like perhaps some morning storms going to pop up, and then we're going to see those kind of give way, I think, to some clearer skies on Monday, and that's when we get back into the 90s. So it looks like we are going to get a little toasty out there. There is a marginal risk for some flash flooding today, so if you get trapped under a thunderstorm like we saw yesterday up to the northwest toward Toledo Bend, you could run into some flooding issues, but the severe threat is really low. We're going to keep that in the sub-marginal range, so can't rule it out absolutely, but we haven't seen a warning here in a good bit, and it looks like we are not going to see one today once again. So the QPF, the amount of precipitation for the next week, you can see it's generally going to be less than an inch apart from down in southeast Louisiana. We are out of the worst of this, out of the really, really heavy stuff, but it does look like we are going to see some rainfall pretty widespread across the area today and tomorrow, so chances remain high there, and then we are going to really turn our attention to the tropics. That's where we're going to be looking here over the next week or so. Probably about midweek is when things are going to start to ramp up here. So we have a 30% chance now for development here as this system continues on to the west-northwest. Conditions look pretty favorable for development. I think we have warm sea surface temperatures, light wind shear. We're getting into that time of year where pretty much everything develops. So going to be watching this closely as it heads out toward the Gulf. You know, if it's on the southern end of this guidance envelope, that's when we have a better chance to see this in our area and possibly giving us impacts down the road. If it leans toward the right, that is going to be one of those deals where it'd be more likely to recurve out to sea. So obviously that's what we hope for, and we're going to be watching things closely. I am already digging looking deep into the models and keeping a close watch on this, and I will let you know if there is something to be concerned with for sure. Now, here is your 7-day forecast. Scattered storms for Monday and Tuesday. The widespread stuff is this weekend, but still, as we're seeing now, I don't think this ruins days. I don't think we're going to see all-day rainfall and lightning and crazy stuff to keep you from doing something outside. And then we get back to some good old-fashioned summertime in the middle to the end of next week as we shift toward watching the tropics. I think we're going to see those mid-90s here, and we're going to see rain chances down pretty low. So if you do have plans later in the week, you want to go boating next weekend, something like that, it looks like it's going to be much more conducive to that. August 4th to the 10th, we're going to be around or just above normal. So totally different than last year. Rain chances above normal, temperatures around normal. Last year for July, we averaged just over 97 degrees. This year, we're averaging about 91, so a 6-degree difference for you there. Okay, I think tomorrow's going to be an afternoon deal. I'll be watching things. I'll let you know what's going on, and I will see you back here then.